Hello, Mental Growth Network, and this is our end of 2025, and we are gathering everyone just to tell a report of our year, what has been done, and provide some insights and share some plans for the next year. And thank you for attention. I will now share a PPT, and we will start. Okay, so do you see the screen? Everything is okay?
Yeah, I can see it.
Good. So first of all, it's important to, even if it's a Christmas time and we are all kind of, in celebration period, it's important to think about why we exist, why we are here. And really our main, target is not the business, not innovations, even we do focus on this, yes, but the focus is those millions of people across Europe who have depression, anxiety, who are in loneliness, and we address such problems as youth suicide and senior isolation and more and more. All this related to mental health problems, and all this is important to think about when we think about MGN, that we address mental health challenges, neuroscience challenges, which are growing every year, and we need to address them. And this is a real urgent need of human healthcare right now. And today, to think how exactly we address this problem, how we one second, I will just admit some people. Yeah. And to think about how we address them, we will talk more about our aims and what has been done so far. So first of all, just please meet our team. And we have now three co-founders of our NGO, me, Meander, and I'm digital health expert, and I'm CEO of this entity. And we have Ivana Yunkovic, and she's a CFO and head of partnerships. And we have Estella Welter, and she is COO and head of operations of our project. So welcome everyone. A little bit later, I will introduce more and invite them to share some of them experience and topics related to their discipline. And when we talk about MGN, of course, it's important to tell about our volunteers and contributors, because this is our active members who really give effort, who give their energy to help us achieve what we achieve. And we, of course, are open for new volunteers and friends of volunteers to join more. Here you can see a wide range of different specialties, and important to mention each of the person. There is a Kate, hey, Kate, head of marketing.
Hi.
Beanie, hello, Kate. There is Beanie, content manager. Svetlana for PR. Michal for MTV Talks coordinator. Zen is our innovation researcher. Emmanuel, WordPress developer. Brady, speakers. Alessia, speaker. And Emmanuel, video editor. So thank you so much that you join us. Thank you so much that you do contribute to us and that you help with your time and energy to fulfill what is so important for all of us, to help innovations in mental health and to reduce stigma in mental health, yes, and to achieve something tangible, something resultative, and to change the ecosystem. And important also to mention our advisory board, which we only recently started to launch. We have Aline Noizet, she's a digital health connector and lecturer. And we have Milena Ivkovic, and she is the European Union urban planning expert. So advisors help us to navigate the landscape, help to validate our startups, define projects that we work together, and so on and so on. So let's talk about what has been done. And first of all, we just created our NGO because before we existed just like an online community. Now we're officially registered company in Barcelona. It's important point, yes. And then we also important achievement is that we planned our event, a Hack for Minds 2026, and we already confirmed a partnership of University of Bern in Switzerland, King College London, and NIHR Mindtech Company of UK. And this is a very established and well-known university college and Mindtech Innovation Center. So we are very happy that they are confirmed their presence and we will do together our first big international project. Then we were first invited in Roundtable in Barcelona Health Hub. This is also an achievement for us because people just found us and invited us, and we did a talk related of supporting children navigating ADHD and autism. And this was together with Neono and Fab Lab Barcelona. It was really amazing and very warm event with innovators in Barcelona. Then next important achievements this year was that we were accepted in New European Bauhaus. This is maybe not many people know it, but this is very amazing and innovative organization. This is a company under the umbrella of European Commission, which supports all the social impact innovations in European Union. Social impact is very wide range, not only healthcare, but sustainability, water problems, poverty problems, and so on and so on. So all of wide range of different sustainability goals, including us, mental health and neuroscience entities. So we were accepted that, and we are very happy that we are in this community right now, officially registered. Then what is important from the media perspective, that we launched our audio versions of our videos. So we have our Apple podcast and Spotify, and this is also achievement because we're spreading to new platforms. We achieved also some amount of followers. We have more than 100 followers on YouTube. Maybe it's not that much, but due to our very specific professional niche and due to it's our first 100, I think it's a good achievement because after 100, everything will go much faster and easier. And also we have 1,400 followers on LinkedIn, which I think is already quite nice because we are a new established organization and it shows that people are interested in what we do. And a little bit later, I will show some analytics. And also we record and published 20 podcasts. So it's also a good number because this is free education which people can listen and think about, valuable and up to date. Let's go a little bit about analytics. So our videos in YouTube got mostly 9,000 views, and the watch time is around 93 hours of all our content, and we have 71 new subscribers. So watching hours, I think, is most important metric for us because at the end of the day, we produce free education. So we can think about that we should develop this, yes, and giving more. But same time, it's already, nice because we can imagine that how many ideas were inspired, how many mistakes people will, avoid listening to our specialists and experts in our podcast. So it's quite nice. As for the analytics, we can see that the most active period was around the end of spring, beginning of summer. This was the period when we did some of activities related to sharing posts and fighting specific issues. So it was more engaging time. And we can see the result. So a little bit to talk about our auditory, because it's important, to define which are stakeholders right now who are interested, but same time, we should understand what we should focus more on, because some of these stakeholders are really interesting for us, some of them are not. Just we need to tailor our marketing, which we will develop. So first of all, what we see that all mostly views comes from shorts, not from long videos. So we should really focus on developing the shorts. Mobile phone and laptop are more or less the same for our auditory, which is also quite interesting because many people think that all videos are, you mostly watch it from the phone, but not. We can see that it's mostly half and half. So how people find us, mostly from Shorts feed and YouTube search. So inside the YouTube, which is also interesting, not from our direct connection, not from our direct links of LinkedIn, which many people can think about. Then about our age group, we more or less mixed with female and male. Male are more, which is again unexpected, because mostly in mental health, females, specialists and scientists, they are more presented than male. But maybe due to our work related to technology and business, they are more male than female presented in general. And as for age, you can see that the key age which watching our content is from 25 to 34 years. And then also from 35 to 44 and from 18 to 24. So more or less, we can see that most young active people are the key audience of our channel, which is nice, which is exactly the audience that we are tailored for. Some things from our LinkedIn. So we can see that our post got mostly 28,000 impressions. We have 700 reaction, comments, and reposts during this year. This is our page views. This is unique visitors that went to our page. Because if this is amount of unique visitors, this is the amount of followers. So you can see that mostly everyone who visit our page becoming our followers. This is quite good metric. What else about the locations? So locations are mostly everyone are around Barcelona. Yes, no, we are in Barcelona register, so it's okay. Madrid, then we have UK, Germany, Netherlands, New York, Turkey somehow, and no, States mostly, yes, and Germany, Netherlands, UK. What is interesting that all these centers are innovation centers. So New York, San Francisco, Berlin is all the London's innovative cities. Randstad, I don't know where is that. Why is it so popular in Randstad? But okay. Or why Pakistan is also interesting in us. Okay, so who are these people? So the sector is mostly specialists from business development in our page, operations, engineering, media and communication, arts and design, education, healthcare services, community and social services, marketing, information technology. So a lot of, we should really more target healthcare providers. I do believe that there are so many different experts watching our field, but not healthcare services, which is also understandable because our content is very unique in the way that we are very tailored to healthcare services, but it's very open to all other kind of professions. As for roles, it's also very interesting data that mostly all the specialists watching our page are senior specialists. So for those people who think in volunteers, like if I can find a job here, if you engage in our community, there is a very high level opportunity to find a job, because a lot of senior specialists who may look for their teammates. Another one category is also big as entry-level specialists. So for us, this is a combination, is very good one. So we have both senior and entry ones. It means that our project is interesting for both. For us, it's a very good metric, because one of the idea of our projects that we mix this type of specialists for them to collaborate and to make new projects. Also, we can see that even there were 55 owners are followers of our project, which is also quite nice, because in general, owners of the startups or businesses, there are not so many, and 55 per that small community is quite a lot, especially if we not really targeting only them, it's quite good number. As for type of services these people provide as their type of job, as their type of businesses, so mostly it's around IT, business, consulting, education, and healthcare. Also a bit of non-profit, mental health care. This is also more or less recognizable. So from all these both programs, we can see that we are really interested for people who are in business and for people who are in technology. Okay, so here I would ask Estela, one of our founders, to comment this slide from her side, what we have learned from this year.
Yeah, so we separate 4 main learns from this year. There is build something meaningful, take times. So we are not expecting to do anything rushing. We expect to do things with a lot of quality, and this takes times. We learn that everything is a process, and that's not perfect, and that's fine. The second thing is clarity beats speed. It's like something that we talked before as well. Take time, define our direction, prove our value, and do things with purpose. We value clarity. We value the clear roles, the clear expectations, and the clear communication. Communication and ownership matters. So everyone here has ownership for their roles, and that's don't mean pressure. That means trust and responsibility. And volunteers are the MGN's backbone, so everyone can contribute. We respect people's time, capacity, boundaries, and we work seriously with respect and empathy. So if you have feedbacks, you have ideas, we test, we learn, and we improve.
I would add here one thing is that some people really think that, oh, I'm doing like small thing. For example, I don't know, an Excel table of some research and put some projects there. But you can't imagine how can this help to another person, and this person will help to another person. And this, like, a chain of how is it community is done, that every small contribution is really valuable. And it's like a bricks on which we build a whole house. Today you are available, tomorrow I'm available, today after the day after tomorrow other person available, and we transfer these bricks and we build and build a bit, little by little, every week, effort by effort, we build the community which really change the ecosystem and help people struggling with mental health issues and struggling with neuroscience diseases. And this is so wonderful and inspiring. So let us go. Let us continue. So let's talk about what's next. Yes, as we progress in our PPT, we should think what's next. Yes, this is what we discuss, what we has been done, and we've done, I think, a lot of things, especially considering that we are here all on volunteer basis, that we contribute from the heart. And I do believe it's a lot of work that has been done. So I'm really grateful for everyone, for each of you, that what effort you did. And I hope that more we will grow, we can stabilize. And one of this stabilization process for us, this plan is to do the fundraising part, the grants, and working with sponsorship. We already prepared some grant applications, and we will start with them. We also now preparing an offers for CSR based and challenge track based for our hackathons. So our also plan this year to start with our hackathon. Hackathon is this type of event where you have 72 hours of challenge, where we want to invite different stakeholders, senior and minor, young and old, people with lived experiences and their families, specialists from science, from medicine, from wellness, from technology, from business, policymakers and government entities, that we all unite in these events. And there will be events will be simultaneously made. Physically, there'll be a meeting with government stakeholders and policymakers and scientists, and they will discuss some mental health issues. And same time, there will be online project, which will be a hackathon where you can build in 72 hours a prototype specifically for this challenge. For example, AI to support depression. And then people think, what type of AI or chatbot can you do and to support depression? So this type of hackathons we plan to do next year. And then there is also a media and educational projects plan. And here I would like to invite Kate, if you can please give us some insights, what will be happening in marketing and education for next year.
Sure, thank you. And thank you for everyone watching. This year, we're planning not only to keep the formats which we already have, our podcasts, our talks, our LinkedIn formats, etc., but to expand the formats and to go in both directions to create something for more broad audience. Like we want to start doing more short formats like TikToks, Instagram Reels, etc. And also to create some more long formats, for example, our own wiki where we will explain some terms and some things related to mental health so that people can get deeper into their knowledge. And also we will start our brand media on our website, the blog, where we will try to combine the most and the newest and the most elaborated ideas of technologies, of scientific knowledge related to mental health and mental health policies, so that we can be interesting not just for the general audience, but for professionals in the field as well. And we are planning to expand our team. So if you're interested in content marketing, you're very welcome to join our efforts.
Thank you, Kate. Yes, few things to mention here. If you're interested in content making, maybe you're a specialist in marketing or in PR, or maybe you're a science person. You can be a psychologist, a mental health expert, neuroscientist, engineer who want to do some philosophy and theoretical talk about engineering and technology, or a business person, or you work in government and you're interested to support this type of issues or even give some thoughts about that. Consulting, we are still very, very welcome you, because as I mentioned before, we have volunteers as our backbone, and whatever we do, we doing in this field, of serving and giving this, knowledge, sharing this, spreading it, because really mental health issues are so important and it's not yet covered enough and people not talk about it enough. And we really want to use modern science and modern policy making power and online community power to address these issues and to gather a team who can produce very interesting and valuable content online. So I'm going next. Here maybe Estella, if you can
Yeah.
also a little bit comment it, please.
Yeah. So after talk, what was next? It's how this translate into our volunteers, right? MGN don't exist without volunteers. We don't see the volunteers as extra help, but we see as a real ownership of MGN in overall. So we separate here four main pillars. That is, the first one, your contribution matters. So as we grow, things will become even more structured, and not to make it heavier, but to make you and your time count more. A new contribution clearer. More clarity ahead. So clarity and communication and commitment will matter more, because they are what allow us to build trust in each other and to build something that is really sustainable. Commitment is key. So when people who shows up stay engaged and take real ownership, those are the people who will shape where and how MGN goes next. And that is how you shape our future. It's not about hierarchy, but about share responsibility, share impact, and to build things together.
Thank you so much. And thanks everyone who are presented here or who are watching this recording. Again, I just wanted to tell you deep thank you for what has been done so far, and thank you for your future contributions as well. I want to wish everyone Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Let's keep in touch and see you soon. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Merry
Bye-bye.
Christmas.
Merry Christmas. Bye, guys.